guys. We are Ravi and Narthi from Dallas, Texas. I remember coming to my first FED, very unsure what I was doing, like some of you guys, not knowing where I was. But deep down, I wanted to do something great. I wanted to be someone. I wanted to make a difference. I just did not know how. I would have had a good life being a PhD. Arti has accounting and finance background, but nobody has ever asked me how you got your PhD, man. Nobody comes for my story there. And now, to be here as brand new diamonds, woo, it's an amazing feeling. This is not our first FED. This is not our second FED. We came here year after year after year after year, and we stood there, everywhere, and cried when they said, "Welcome to the stage, brand new diamonds." You know what? I hope it gets to one of you, and this whole event will be worth it. I've never won a championship or a trophy, PhD nerd. But this diamond ring and that plaque beats it all, guys. Beats it all. Life is an amazing journey, provided you take all the opportunities that come your way, and looking back, the significance of each one of them.
I come from a very ordinary background, where our parents told us that get a good education, get a good job, and you will be all set for your life. I did that, but unlike Ravi, where he was acing through his school, I was actually seeing my way through the school. Exactly straight C's. But I know that I knew how to work hard. Deep down, I wanted to do something extraordinary for myself too. I wanted to do something that can actually set some values for myself too. But never imagined that I will be a business owner, a public speaker, or a leader. When I got started into business, my biggest fear was public speaking. That was the biggest nightmare for me. I remember coming to these conferences, sitting down and listening to these amazing leaders, and I used to think, will I ever be able to talk like that or become like that? The beauty of this business is that we are not in competing or comparing with anyone in this business. The competition in this business is just ourselves. I remember being a new silver, getting recognized in a team meeting, and I was so scared. I got blacked out. I was so nervous. I just left the room running and did not want to speak at all. That night, my self-image was hit very badly. But you know what? That's when I liked the beauty of this business, that this business actually gave me a chance to build myself up. I remember, every PACE meeting, even though it was so uncomfortable for me to talk in front of people, I used to stand there and actually talk in front of people. And that actually helped me to who I am right now. That's the time when I actually got into the BSMs and the books big time. And a lot of times I used to feel that public speaking is my fear and my weakness. But looking back, I think that was the biggest blessing, because I learned how to observe all the amazing leaders. I observed how they talk. I observed how they took notes, how they addressed everything. And that became a big strength in my life today. When we started our journey, I remember all my relatives and my friends. We have a bunch of relatives in East Coast and in West Coast telling me that this business will not work, telling me that you're wasting your time, telling me that you're not spending your time with your family, you're running after money. But then I heard that if nobody is talking bad about you, that means you're not doing anything special for yourself. Because of this business, I came back home from my corporate world last 5 years. I've been home with my beautiful kids and have a full-time job to raise them up. Guess what? Whose kids are going to Peter Island and Hawaii this next year? Unlike my relatives, both husband and wife who are working, their kids are going to daycare when they go for jobs. I want you to know that you owe it to yourself to prove prove it to those people that this business works and it will provide everything and much more what it promises.
I grew up in a 400 square feet apartment in India to a hardworking parents, was fortunate enough to qualify for an elite engineering college called IIT Delhi. And I really felt at that time that was one of my biggest accomplishment. And for first time in my life at that moment, I felt proud of myself. And I came to America because I saw all my batchmates come to America. No particular reasons. None of my family members, immediate LOS is in America. Okay, and that's how I came. And I got a full scholarship, and I remember landing in the airport with 2 full suitcases of stuff. You could smell the spices of my suitcases. My parents sent me as if I was going to Mars. And, I finished my master's, got multiple job offers, and 6 months into a job, I felt like a lion in a cage. The only difference is I could not even roar. I could only say meow. And I saw people 10 years ahead of me. They were alive but not living. I read some people live as if they will never die and eventually die as if they never even lived. And I did not want to do that. So guess what I did? The next best thing, went back to school for PhD. Talk about self-afflicted pain. Did not know any better. I graduated with I was 4.0 all throughout. If you need GPA, come see me backstage. It's on sale. Got very good job starting out. Of course, PhD is a good learning experience. I learned patience and persistence. I published about 18, 20 papers, had about a couple of patents. Didn't make no money out of it, but I had status. Okay? And I remember within a year of graduating, meeting Aarti and getting married. Okay? Off the market. Before even I could get on the market. And, around that time, I remember, a friend of mine from Masters called me up. He said, our business team is looking for a few folks in your city. So why don't you go check out this workshop? Okay. I said, okay, I'll go. Why did I go? Because I said so. I did not know why I said. I showed up to this meeting, and they said, guest in the front row. I said, don't worry about me. I'm okay in the back. PhD. And I'm judging all throughout these people. Okay. And, and I come back, not excited at all. But my friend says, you got to do a follow-up with our senior business partner. He's a big fellow growing on a fast track in this industry. He will come and do a follow-up with me. And this big fellow comes out. He's my upline platinum at that time, okay? Or going platinum, Anurag Jain. He's 5 feet tall, okay? And he comes in a beat-up car. He says, can I use your restroom? He freshens in my restroom. And he comes out and says, let's talk about next steps. After 30 minutes, I proved it to him. Forget me, it won't even work for him. So he must have thought, what a nutcase, and he left. What a thin thread. That was it. But few months later, they again followed up with me. But I didn't go diamond last year, folks. I went diamond with a 600 PV. I drove 16 hours one way to take a couple to the FED. And after 1 hour of the session, they say, we need to go out shopping. I remember 1,000 PV flying in to Chicago, taking a new guy to see him how to make new friends. And he quits after a month. I remember going to do a home plan for a guy, and he has no guest, but he says, can you drop me to a theater? There's a new movie releasing today. I want to go watch that. I felt so stupid I left my kids. But you know what? You can only sow the seeds. You do not know which one will you grow, but you will find your 6. I realize struggle and criticism are prerequisites to success. So own it and smile through it. We had to go diamond. We had to go diamond to prove the naysayers, relatives, and friends who said, you know what, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your younger years. We had to go diamond to prove my upline right, who had invested countless hours of counseling in shaping us up. This is not how we were. We had to prove them right. We had to go diamond to prove my spouse right. When I told her, you know what? We're going to pay now and play forever. When we were a couple with a young baby and just building the business, no vacation for first 3.5 years in this business. This was our vacation. We had to go diamond. We had to go diamond for my 3 kids who I left weekend after weekend. But you know what? I would do that any day to earn all the precious afternoons with them now. We had to go diamond to prove my parents right. When their relatives taunted them and said, you know what? Your son is IIT, PhD, he's doing Amway. We had to go diamond to prove all those people wrong. We had to go diamond to prove my team that they are following a right couple. That, you know what, they can be the next emerald and diamond. We had to create that gap so they can step in. And we know they will. We had to. Sometimes we look for a secret to build a big business. Here's the secret, you. Don't sell yourself short. We're just showing you what's possible, but you've got to see greatness within you. Do you see greatness within you? Do you believe you can go diamond? How about you? How about you?